Here in the Philippines, we experience inclement weather and unpaved roads all the time.
We want ground clearance from our cars, but there aren't many options when you're on a tight budget.
The 2022 Toyota Raize aims to solve that problem.
Nathan and I spent the day around the city with this budget crossover to see if it has what it takes to be both a city crawler and weekend warrior. Judging by its overall silhouette, you can clearly see that this car has enough ground clearance for everyday tasks. 200mm to be exact at the lowest point of the vehicle. There isn't really a need to worry about scraping anything and not much rainy day anxiety. The front end follows suit with Toyota's design language with its overall lineup. You'll find angular halogen headlamps with daytime running lights and fog lights at the bottom, well integrated into the car's fascia. It looks sleek, yet aggressive, but at this size, I don't think it will intimidate that many people. It's kinda like those small dogs you meet at family gatherings, but you wouldn't really want to pet because there's a huge chance they're gonna bite. This is the highest turbo trim and we have 5 doors here, 2 on both sides and 1 at the back. This model receives all the interesting bright colors while the lower variants make do with the dimmer hues. Depending on the variant, you get 16 or 17-inch alloy wheels. Upper variants also give you a black roof like this one. The rear is where things get a little controversial. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, I would say. I personally really like the way the rear looks, with the black plastic trim piece connecting the 2 taillights. The angular design continues on the rear lights, giving it a futuristic look. These vents, meanwhile, I'd call them the Go Fast Type R vents. Even if they're not really functional, they add a bit of spice to the car's exterior, a little bit of personality. See that? Keyless entry, for all the variants from the very bottom to the very top. On this side, we have ample cabin space for everything you need, like this alcohol. It seats 5, and if more luggage space is a necessity, the rear seats can be folded down. We're not sure if you'll even need to because the crossover comes with 369 liters of cargo space. Nice. While the plastic touch points remind you of the price point it's offered in, everything feels really solid. Nothing is rattly or makes noises that it shouldn't be making. It's simple but well put together. The air conditioning vents work really well and they're not flimsy at all. There are minute design cues like the polygon design on some panels that resonate with the angular themes. Storage cubbies are plenty around the cabin for small trinkets you may want to keep in the car. And the cup holders are neatly hidden within the car's interior until you need them. The digital dash tells you everything you need, and it looks really reminiscent of more expensive cars. The wheel has been updated with some awesome features like controls for music, power modes, and voice assistant support. And gone are the days of Toyota green tinted radios. Even the base model Toyota Raize comes with an 8-inch display with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto support, while the more premium model has a 9-inch screen, which is what we have here. It's very responsive and the audio system is definitely passable with sufficient bass response for casual listening.
Here's an audio sample from the car speakers, but it's not gonna be as accurate because we're using a microphone. Under the hood, you have 2 engine options for the Toyota Raize. Either a 1.2-liter naturally aspirated engine producing a whopping 88 ponies, or an even more powerful 98 horsepower 1-liter turbocharged engine like the one we have here. Now that we're in traffic, we can talk about a little bit more boring topics like fuel economy and things like that. So based on other reviewers and journalists, this car will do around 15 to 20 kilometers per liter, which is actually very fuel efficient given that it has a lot of pep, it has a lot of go, but of course we have to consider that it only has a 1-liter turbocharged engine. We had an afternoon with the car, so we can't really give a full opinion on this, but as of right now, it's barely consumed any fuel in our drive around the city. Behind the wheel, the Toyota Raize feels very reliable and practical. You can tell what it was made to do, and it does it very well. Driving around the city, not a problem for the Toyota Raize. Safety reassurance comes from the car's JNCAP safety tests, all passed with flying colors. Present are modern technologies such as dual front airbags and anti-lock brakes. Parking is also a breeze due to the rear sonar systems present on even the base model car. Driving on the rough roads of EDSA, where there are potholes every now and then, The chassis is taking it quite well, and the ride comfort is definitely something to take notice of. We are in EDSA traffic right now, and as you can tell, there's not much happening. But that's actually a good thing because it's very quiet, it's very livable. You feel like you're in a very modern interior. You can change your music, connect your Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, and we're just having a good time here. Actually, a while ago, we were able to take the car through some twisties, and not gonna lie, it cornered pretty well. I'm not gonna say that it's a performance car by any means, but it feels refined enough and confidence-inspiring to drive. Plus, the power does feel very sufficient. The power delivery is there, and because of that, you don't feel worried when you're going uphill or if you have passengers in the back. So we can say that it's a really great experience driving this car. The car's driving characteristics aren't only because of its 1-liter turbocharged engine, but also because of its smooth CVT. The transmission is actually not the best in terms of driver involvement. However, it makes for a very, very smooth driving experience around the city and probably also works well in any setting you bring it to. Some people just need a vehicle to bring them from point A to point B as economically and as efficiently as possible. This is the perfect car for that demographic. It's practical, comfortable, and it doesn't feel like you're missing out much on modern amenities. Knowing Toyota, I'd be willing to bet it's reliable too. When you're feeling a little adventurous, it's up to the challenge. The engine and transmission are ready to go, and you'll definitely go far without worrying about the gas consumption. Off the beaten path, no issues here given the ride clearance. It's definitely capable of going wherever you want it to. This all-rounder gains our approval. Pricing is where the Toyota Raize will surely become a household name. Prices start at around 746,000 pesos, which is a bargain for this crossover. If you're not into rowing your own gears, the CVT models will start out at least 816,000 pesos. The highest end turbo trim we have right here is priced a smidge above a million pesos at 1,031,000 pesos. If you're looking for a car within this segment, then we highly recommend this solid choice right here.
If you like that, we have more reviews on Unbox.ph. Also, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification icon if you want to get updates when you drop videos. Once again, it's Cholo and Nate, and we will see you in the next car video.
Bye-bye.